We've heard some executives suggest the Thunder might look to trade Russell Westbrook and hit the reset button. Brent, you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm not sure of when that time or if that time is now. You got to remember where they are, OKC and the market and what Russell Westbrook has meant to the fan base. Remember, initially, the last drafted Seattle Supersonic in NBA history before starting his career in Oklahoma City. So when that window closes, I don't know. They've made the long-term commitment to Russell Westbrook and maybe want to see this thing through.
So Sacramento will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. De'Aaron Fox out there with Farrell. Then there's Buddy Hield, and it's Bielitsa in at the 4 spot. Clock at 6. Farrell for 3. No good on the shot. Westbrook wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Shoots. Bielitsa misses. Fox against Westbrook. George, that's a 2-pointer. And it's off the back rim. No good.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Fox has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Oklahoma City. Westbrook with it. Pass to Ferguson. Screen by Adams. Shot clock reset for Oklahoma City.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Fox kicks to Farrell. Off target with his 3.
A bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Pass to Hield. And it's sent back by George. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Here's Farrell. That one a little long.
It's a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Patterson can't get it to go. Sacramento's gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Farrell passes to Fox. Back to Farrell. 5 on the clock. But Trey drains the 3-pointer. Farrell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Adams with the screen on Fox. Here's Westbrook. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
But he's just fearless and unafraid to go up into the traffic of the defense. Westbrook takes it right to the bucket and a well-deserved trip to the line.
Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game. Every night that I get a chance to be called to do a broadcast and sit here courtside, I appreciate it so much to be able to watch Russell Westbrook this close. The combination of his motor and incredible talent, it's an all-time sort of run he's on, and great to watch it.
The Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. From 13, tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Kings leading. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Fox against Westbrook. Fox kicks to Hield. Cauley-Stein with a screen on George. Here's Hield. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Brett, we've heard people say that Russell Westbrook is not a superstar. What are your thoughts on that?
How old are these people you're talking to, Kevin? And really, how much basketball have they watched? Russell Westbrook is the elite of the elite. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Cauley-Stein, a screen. To the paint, here's Fox. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Westbrook, no good.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Hield can't hit. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Ferguson, the pass to Westbrook. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Patrick Patterson, a veteran forward out of Kentucky, had some of his best years, Brent, playing with the Toronto Raptors.
He's a real difference maker for them, coming off the bench and being able to stretch out offensive possessions. Shot the ball incredibly well, high efficiency from there, and that's why the advanced stats, I think that the general manager of Oklahoma City thought that Patterson as an addition here could help out their offense and give them some punch off the bench.
Adams against Cauley-Stein, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Down low. Ferguson's shot is good. Ferguson's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Farrell, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Just feel like Willie Cauley-Stein getting more comfortable the more time he's gotten in his young career and showing signs of being a passer.
Here's Westbrook. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. The Kings trail by 3. Farrell kicks to Cauley-Stein. To the inside. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Cauley-Stein. 7 points for De'Aaron Fox. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Fox against Westbrook. And the pass to Patterson. They get it back. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Adams.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Poked away. Fox kicks to Hield. Cauley-Stein with a screen on George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a change here. Grant's checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Jackson in for Buddy Hield. Fox against Westbrook. Here's Bagley. Shot clock at 6. Farrell for 3. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Well, 10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Inside, here's Fox, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Fox has got it all tied up now for the Kings. Fox has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just one miss. Fox against Westbrook. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
Fox with the screen for Cauley-Stein. A pass to Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
How about Fox getting up on the inside? Love to see the point guard rise up.
Oklahoma City shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Screen by Adams. Here's George. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
And here is Fox. 11 points in the game. Outside Jackson. Back to Fox. Cauley-Stein a screen. Shot off the pick. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Fox against Westbrook. 9 feet out. Inside, Adams. Outside for George. Screen by Adams. Off the screen, George. And the jumper is good. There are a lot of guys that can just blow right by you. They turn on the jets, and they're as quick as a hiccup. And there are some guys with that quick first step that they're a blur.
I love watching Damian Lillard in Portland when it is that he has one of those, most of the games he has it going, but one of those games where he's really got it going, and the way that he can get around a pick and get into the hoop. Damian Lillard, explosive. Put Kyrie Irving, put John Wall's blazing speed on that list. And sometimes Goran Dragic, the way he weasels into a lane, and I mean that in a good way, finishing off.
No, I like that word. That's a good word.
He's fantastic. So we have tremendous explosive point guards who get the job done. A little over aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2 fouls in the first. Tough to overcome.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Giles checked in for the Kings. Shumpert comes in for Yogi Ferrell. Schroeder against Fox. George with no one around. Hands it from downtown. George has got 7 points.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Fox against Schroeder to the paint, and it's George finishing it off.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Outside jumper. He kicks it to Bagley. Outside Jackson. They set the screen. Here's Fox, and again it's Sacramento converting.
Only 1 miss in his first 8 attempts. Coming out of the gate strong.
Pass to Grant. Outside, George. He's looking for Noel and finds him. He dishes it to Schroeder. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Fox against Schroeder. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the middle. Here's George. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. The Kings trail by 5. Shumpert passes to Jackson. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's George. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Down low, here's Abrinas. That one goes. Count it. Abrinas has got his first 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low, they set the pick. Here's Fox. Out to Shumpert. Jackson in the corner. Over George. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Lob pass to George. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Fox. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams talked about what it means to him.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just controlling the guys, controlling the game, making sure that everyone's feeling in the right mood to play and willing to sacrifice for one another.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
The forwards, George and Grant. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Last season, not a great one for Shumpert. Missed time due to injury and saw his minutes drop.
Now, Shumpert, a combo guard, has trouble with a defined role on a team. Not really a great shooter, was known as a great defender. Injuries have taken a little bit of that away. He's got to plug back into that mentality and try to be a little bit more of an efficient offensive threat.
First one falls for him.
Shumpert, an important piece to this basketball team. He comes in, he does a lot of things well, and accepts the defensive responsibility that is placed on him.
And both free throws good from Amon Shumpert. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Sacramento making a switch here. Heald's checked in. There's a screen by Noel. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The alley-oop layup. Very well done. Noel's got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder.
So shifty in these pick and roll sets. Schroeder takes what the defense gives him in that situation.
Fox dishes to Hield. Here's the screen.
Well, Buddy Hield, not the biggest or most athletic player that's on the floor, but his work ethic is undeniable. He is a total gym rat. At Oklahoma, they had to lock up the balls. Otherwise, the guy would stay there all day long and all night.
For Sacramento, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Hield.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bielitsa's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Hield against George. Back to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Aprinas. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Lets it go from 14. Shumpert, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Giles kicks to Hield. Tries from 10, and the jumper is good. Hield's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Screen by Grant. Outside, George. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kicks it out to Schroeder. The shot's good on the assist by George. Schroeder's got 5 points so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Giles. Pass to Fox. And he uses the glass on the layup. 17 points in the game.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
There's the pass to George. And no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. That's Felton in for Alex Abrinas.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Yogi Ferrell's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Bielitsa. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hield against George. Hield, the pass to Giles. 5 on the clock. Here's Shumpert. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot-first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Giles kicks to Hield. Sacramento moving it around. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Adams checked in. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for
One shot.
Sacramento.
Well, the Kings entering their second full campaign here without DeMarcus Cousins. Did they get equal value in that trade that they made? Probably not, but they have the flexibility and they've added to this roster with some young talent and see if they can make some combinations here work to escape the mediocrity that they're in.
Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Patterson can't get it to go. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Poke loose. Cauley Stein kicks to Hield. Back to Cauley Stein. There's the screen. Farrell, that's a two-pointer. That one off the back iron and out. And the Kings talked about a culture change as they parted ways with Cousins. Brent, do you see it that way?
Well, DeMarcus Cousins was learning and growing. And the interesting thing you go back to is his relationship with Denver Nuggets coach now, Mike Malone. It seemed like they were on a good path, and then a lot of other things happened around this basketball team. So just trying to clear the air, trying to make things fresh and new. They have the new arena. I think that's helping them along. But now it's incumbent on the front office to deliver with this clean slate they have in front of them.
Cauley Stein, a screen. Cauley Stein with the screen for Shumpert. Cauley Stein dishes to Shumpert. Hield the pass to Cauley Stein. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Willie Cauley Stein, the 6th overall pick back in 2015. Brent, how do you evaluate his progress as an NBA player?
Well, I think it's been a tough situation in Sacramento with so much changeover in personnel, coaching change as well. He's still pretty raw offensively. He was drafted out of Kentucky as a defensive player, and that's so far where mostly his impact has been felt.
And that one falls for Cauley Stein.
Some potential still left in the tank here for Cauley Stein, who is seeming to gain more and more confidence and knowledge about how to go about his business over the course of an 82-game season.
Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And so he hits both.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, a bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and a bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
Felton can't get it to go.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Farrell kicks to Shumpert. There's a screen. Shoots over Patterson. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And the Kings looking to develop their young players. Coach Yeager with a deep rotation.
Well, last season it was interesting. If you look at the minutes totals, there was no player that played more than 28 minutes a game. So multitude of players getting tons of opportunities. And they added some veterans in the locker room to try to help those guys along and provide some mentorship.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Cauley Stein, a screen. Farrell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Russell Westbrook with 2 straight seasons, 2, of averaging a triple-double. This is a feat that we thought we would never see again. and Russell backed up the one campaign with another. Just remarkable stuff.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Both good from the line that time. And the Thunder placing so much, Brent, on Westbrook's shoulders. It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot. I'm not sure how much Russell actually feels it. He just goes out and continues to put up just staggering, eye-popping numbers. And to get where they want to go, I think they're going to have to find a way to complement him in some way. And he's going to have to trust in those teammates in order to push the envelope a bit.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the Sacramento Kings get called for the foul. The Thunder have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Well, the one thing the Kings have gotten right, Brent, is this new home arena. It is one of the best in the league.
Well, on warm Sacramento nights, what's really cool about this place is they open it up. So you got the natural airflow. It sneaks in. It feels comfortable here. Something these fans can take a lot of pride in with what they've done in downtown Sacramento.
The Kings trail by 5. Farrell kicks to Jackson. There's the pick. Back to Farrell. Beyond the arc. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Farrell's got 15.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Westbrook against Hield. Back to Felton. Screen by Adams. 4 on the shot clock. Patterson can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson from long range. Drops in the tray. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there. You talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Sacramento's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And there's the call on Felton. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Justin Jackson at 6'8" has a nice skill level and a nice natural feel to the game. He doesn't stop the ball, and he gets his points pretty much in the flow of the offense.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And Justin Jackson has such an amazing floater, doesn't he?
Well, he does, and he can do it with either hand, which is quite impressive at that size. 6'8", and a left hand and right hand floater. That in-between game, tough to guard.
And the Kings making a change here. Bagley's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
For 3, Felton. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley Stein's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle, and stolen by Patterson. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Jackson. Patterson, the screen. Adams outside. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Kings. Cauley Stein's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Cauley Stein with the screen for Jackson. Baseline try. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Farrell kicks to Jackson. Now here's Bagley. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Hield can't hit. Oklahoma City trailing. outside Westbrook. 1:57 left in the first half of the game. It's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Farrell passes to Jackson. To the paint. Cauley-Stein dishes to Bagley. The Thunder pull it in.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Patterson, the screen. Ferguson misses. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Jackson gets it to go.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Outside Felton. Outside Westbrook. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got 3 assists tonight.
You're so terrified of Westbrook gaining advantage by penetrating and getting inside that you're slow to close out. You challenge him to make those kind of threes.
Outside for Jackson. They set the pick. Hield. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And that's what you want to see. They're doing a good job getting points in the paint here in the second.
Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop, a crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Patterson. Jeremy Grant comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Abrinas subbed in for Raymond Felton.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time. Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Stolen by Grant. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Now Fox. He's got 18. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Bagley. And stolen by Noel. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Kings lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Dave, a lot of offense in the first half. But what does the team need to do defensively?
The rim is what we have to protect, which means that they got to keep the ball out of the paint as much as possible.
Thanks for your time, Dave. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They went into attack mode in the second quarter and came from behind to jump in front here at the half, even though it's just a 1-point lead. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass cleaned.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
On the court right now for the Kings, Farrell is out there with Fox. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Bielitsa in at the power forward position. And stolen by Cauley-Stein.
If you could stay active on defense, good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure two there.
And there's the 3-second violation.
Not sure, maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Oklahoma City shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. To the middle. And Adams with the slam.
I don't think the timing could have been any better as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
The Kings trailing. Westbrook with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year, only 72% from the line.
The first free throw is good. Dave Yeager in his 3rd season with the Kings. Before that, 9 seasons, Brent, in Memphis, with 3 of those being the Grizzlies head coach.
Yeah, an interesting end to his time in Memphis as things just kind of went awry between him and management. But the personnel decisions is what it came down to. And he has a fresh start in Sacramento with a very young, very energetic team that needs some direction. Maybe Dave Yeager, the guy to get the job done.
Hield outside. Over George. George with the defensive effort. Oklahoma City leading by 3. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Farrell kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Farrell. 3-pointer. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
3-pointer. Shot clock reset for Oklahoma City. Adams' shot is good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Farrell kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Farrell. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
The Thunder with the lead. Outside Westbrook. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. With the Timberwolves' playoff appearance last season, Brent, in 2018, the longest playoff drought in the NBA now held by the Sacramento Kings.
Yep, 12 seasons for the Kings on the outside looking into the playoffs. And in that time, their 1-loss record, they've won just 35% of their games. So fans hoping that the Kings can crown off a season by getting themselves into the playoffs.
Hawks against Westbrook. It's Bielitsa. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Adams with the screen on Fox. Back to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Adams with the screen on Hield. George, that's a two-pointer, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Hield from outside. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
In a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Timeout called by the Kings. Paul George in 2017-18 taking his three-point shooting to new heights. In fact, Brent, the best percentage of his career. Most makes, too.
Well, he's one of the league leaders, Kevin, every year, and just becomes so dangerous from the three-point line. He playing in that secondary offensive role in OKC. He pretty much feasted on catch-and-shoot opportunities with Westbrook having the ball.
The Thunder leading by 8. Launches it. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists here tonight.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Hield attacking. And Bielitsa kicks to Fox. Sacramento again missing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Well, on top of everything else that you get from Russell Westbrook, you get some good foul shooting. Important trait for any point guard and great scorer in the league. Find your way to the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Westbrook. Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And a change for the Kings. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Fox. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
George passes to Grant. Second shot opportunity. No good off the back of the rim.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Westbrook kicks to Grant. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Westbrook against Shumpert. To the left wing. Cauley Stein passes to Hield. Cauley Stein a screen. Adams, some nice D.
But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
First one falls for him. Well, with Schroeder, he just isn't consistent enough from three-point range as point guards need to be today.
Well, last season was just a shade under the 30% range. He's still a great scorer by slashing and going to the rim, but that's going to tire you out. Teams back off and make you prove it. We'll see if Dennis can find some consistency from that range to be more dangerous.
Good on both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
To the inside, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Shumpert mixing it up, does a good job of taking the contact and then shooting over the top of the defense.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
The Thunder leading by 7. And George kicks to Grant. Westbrook passes to Noel. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Schroeder, and it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bagley, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Jackson kicks to Giles. Bagley with the ball. Grant on him. Bagley the pass to Shumpert. Over Westbrook. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Schroeder outside. It's George on the wing. Over Jackson. A nice shot by George. And now an 11-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Jackson kicks to Giles. Here's Bagley. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Screen by Grant. Some room here for Westbrook. He can't get that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Schroeder. High arcing shot. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Farrell.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
George with the bucket.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Bagley. Back to Farrell. Shot clock at 5. The Kings need to get off a shot here.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Westbrook kicks to George. And that one, good. George has got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Farrell passes to Jackson. A three-pointer off the mark.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Here's Westbrook, and the shot is good. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, Westbrook, you fear this. He gets locked in early in games like this. It could be a monster performance.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Abrinas is checked in for Russell Westbrook. Farrell kicks to Bagley. Jackson passes to Bagley. Over Grant. Bagley, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Pulls from the top of the key and misses it off the right side of the rim. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Shumpert. Sacramento gets it back. Outside for Jackson. Sacramento moving it around. Bagley with the bucket.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 32 points in the game.
And Paul George finding some ways now to be effective on the inside.
Outside jumper. .149 left in the third quarter. There's the screen. Here's Farrell. 19 points in the game. Bagley with the bucket.
Yeah, and Bagley has the reputation for showing variety. Can score in a different way on each possession.
Schroeder kicks to George. Over Jackson. They get it back. Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
Bagley the pass to Farrell. Shooter comes with the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Thunder with the possession here. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Noel up top. Back to Schroeder. He kicks it to Grant. Fires from deep. The rebound by Giles.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Jackson against George. And it's Bagley in the corner. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got his third rebound tonight. The dish to Schroeder. To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Farrell. Stolen by Grant. The three. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Grant. And that's 12 points for Dennis Schroeder. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Steven Adams is out there with Noel. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Fox against Felton. 6 on the shot clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Feeds it to Adams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Steven Adams, the kind of guy who on a nightly basis is so appreciated by the star players on the team, and certainly the coaching staff, just doing dirty work, setting screens, scoring on the inside, being a physical presence. And he's taken some strides, I think, Kevin, offensively, being able to score sometimes out of the box.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Adams. And you look at Adams' per-minute scoring averages, Brent. They've gone up every season.
Well, it's got to help having Russell Westbrook setting the table and the type of attention that not only Westbrook drew, but also PG and Carmelo Anthony for a season. So obvious uptick in the offensive numbers for Steven Adams, but he is improving, and you see some confidence in the offensive end of the floor.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Cauley Stein, a screen. Healed outside. And there's the call on Felton. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Fox with it. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Sinks the triple.
Yeah, a defender just cannot lose contact with Buddy Hield. All he needs is just a slight bit of separation to rip the ropes.
Abrinas kicks to Adams. Dishes to Felton. Here's Abrinas. Down low. Adams, the pass to Ferguson. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. George is checked in. The Kings trail by 13. They set the screen. Fox passes to Cauley Stein. Back to Fox. Jackson setting the pick here for Fox. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, there's an old cliche, Kevin, we've heard or said a million times about speed killing. Well, perhaps no player is more emblematic of that than De'Aaron Fox. End to end, he could be one of the fastest players in the league.
No good on that one. Well, Fox is a blur in transition. Brent, his speed is a weapon.
Yeah, and he can use it if he has the ball or if he doesn't. Become a slasher and get into the teeth of the defense. Defensively, his lateral quickness and intensity also can make him a pest. It'll be nice to see if he takes some pride on that end of the floor growing up.
And the second free throw, good.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Felton kicks to Ferguson. And the 3 off target.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson. First free throw is good. Good on both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Outside, Felton. Here's George. Moves back up, and he sinks the layup. That's 12 points for Steven Adams.
Adams, such a physical presence out there on the glass. This is how he gets a lot of his points.
Jackson, a screen on Felton. Fox kicks to Jackson. Back to Fox. To the paint, they kick out to Heel. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Thunder leading by 12. George, that's a 2-pointer. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. George has got 34 points.
Now, Paul George right now invested fully in this game and on both ends of the floor. Relentless on offense thus far.
Cauley Stein passes to Hield. Fox against Felton. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. Russell Westbrook in for Oklahoma City. Fox hits them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Fox against Westbrook. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And the mid-range jumper of Westbrook, one of the more important shots in his arsenal. When he gets to that area, the confidence grows.
Fox against Westbrook. Here's Cauley Stein. Can't hit that one. Adams, some nice D.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Jackson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Justin Jackson played his high school basketball at that powerhouse Homeschool Christian Youth Association down there in Texas. He was homeschooled since the 4th grade, and he was in charge of his own studies and his own basketball development. I would say he did pretty well.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And by all accounts, Justin Jackson tremendously focused and diligent both in his studies and in working on his game.
Well, so many teams looking at not only your success on the court, but what you do with your time off of it. And he's demonstrated that he's a self-starter, a self-motivated guy, and that serves him quite well.
So here's Westbrook. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Ferguson kicks to George. George double teamed, just 5 to shoot, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And it's the Kings with the ball. The Kings trail by 12. Inside. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Fox. 8 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
Fox against Westbrook. Shoots over Fox. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. 31 points for Russell Westbrook.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Two shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Plays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 13 points in the second half.
Russell loves the challenge there, and he's in the heart of the defense, and he rips it out of him there.
To the inside. Healed the pass to Cauley Stein. Jackson, a screen on Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Westbrook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Now, Paul George, not a guy you want to send to the free throw line. Always around 85%, sometimes even up to 90 from the charity stripe.
Shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And he sinks the second. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Three-pointer, Hield drills it from outside. Hield's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's such a quick trigger there. Hield able to hit even with a hand in his face.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Farrell's checked in for Sacramento. The Thunder leading by 11. Left side, Westbrook. To the inside, Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Well, ferocious in power. Steven Adams on the inside, taking it out on the rim.
Cauley Stein with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Fox. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Thunder have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to George. Screen by Adams. Here's Ferguson. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Inside. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Farrell.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
A nice shot by George.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. For 3, Westbrook. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Farrell. For the 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. And here's George. Adams sets the pick for George. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Kings trail by 13. Now, here's Fox. Over Westbrook. Fox, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And George, here we go. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Fox against Westbrook. Fox dishes to Cauley Stein. Pass to Hield. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Fades away. And George gets it to go. George has got 39.
Well, his range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Paul George really making a difference here.
Now, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Back to Westbrook. Over to the left wing. Patterson. Off target from three-point range.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
George against Hield. Puts it up from 17. It's good. Hield's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, Hield is a tough defensive assignment because he can get at you in many ways. He'll hurt you with the shot, and he'll hurt you with the drive.
Here's Westbrook, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Hield outside. No good from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Outside Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for George. Patterson inside. Bielitz is there. Patterson, that's good.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Russell Westbrook.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
Hield the pass to Bielitz. Stolen by George. Here's Ferguson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots. 5. Elbow. 2. Two shots.
That free throw, no good. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Giles checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Bagley comes in for Buddy Hield. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Yogi Ferrell. And it's Mason in for De'Aaron Fox. Good on the second free throw. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. They set the pick. Mason with it. Now Felton defending.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
No doubt. His success converting around the rim is largely due to the one thing he does better than most, and that is fly.
Grant outside for 3, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Mason misses. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.